Hey guys, welcome to the library. Well, my living room. Anywho, I miss you guys so much. You honestly wouldn't even believe how much. It's incredible. I think sometimes I miss you on the weekend, but man, a whole unexpected week of not being with you guys has definitely taken a toll for sure. So basically why I'm here right now. Well, number one, I want to take it easy on you because this is the first week of virtual lessons. Our first lesson is going to be on something called Blackout Poetry. You can see some examples of Blackout Poetry here. And if you didn't know, April is National Poetry Month. So basically, Blackout Poetry is an art form really, and a form of writing where a poet takes any sort of found document, that's a print material of course, and crosses out or redacts the majority of the existing text, only leaving words visible that are making up a new message that they would like to communicate. If we were doing this in class, we would have used old books, but you're at home, so I assume maybe you have some old magazines laying around, maybe even some old newspaper articles. Those are good to use too. Or, worst case scenario, everybody gets mail, and I know you have some grocery store ads. So there are no excuses for why you can't do this assignment. First things first, step one, you need to read through whatever you decided to use for this assignment multiple times. You're doing that so you can become very familiar with all of the words that are present in the document. Next, you are going to put boxes around or even circle the words that you decide to keep for your very own poem. So it appears that I've been, inspired by current events because as you can see my poem begin to take shape, it does have a theme. It says so far that the earth was even more lovely and her days all joy. Earth blossoms into perfect form from God. Wow. The most important thing that I want you to keep in mind for this assignment is to just be yourself. You can see here there are so many different examples of Blackout Poetry, and you don't have to be an amazing artist to do it. Just to review, step one, select your document, an old book, a page from a magazine, advertisements from the mail. Or if you have the technology available, do a Google search and save a photo from a book page that you find online, or use some of the ones that I posted in Google Classroom specifically for this purpose. Next, you need to plan out what you want your poem to say on a different piece of paper, meaning the words you are going to keep. Now that step 2 is complete, we're on to step 3, which is putting a light box or circle around the words that you are going to keep in your poem. We are finally on step 4. Step 4 is where you incorporate a design around your poem that represents what your poem is about. Step 5 and the very last step is to turn your work in on time using Google Classroom. Your work is due in Google Classroom no later than 9 a.m. on Thursday, April 10th, 2020. The first thing that I am grading your assignment on is composition. This is also the most important thing. Basically, what this means is, does what you put together make sense? Think about it this way. Does each word flow in a sequence from one to the next? Do they make sense when you are reading them all together? Next, I'll be grading you on thoughtfulness of design. Do the visual that you created and the words that you put together make sense when you see them? Last but certainly not least, you will be graded on your timeliness. Did you turn your work in on time? If you did not, 1 point will be deducted for each day that it is late, and after 5 days, you will just receive a 0 for the assignment. For the composition portion, you will earn 20 points if everything you put together makes sense and has a clear flow. As far as thoughtfulness of design goes, if all of your words and the design that you created visually make sense together, you will earn 15 points. If you manage, and I know you will, to turn your work in on time, you will earn 5 points. As a reminder, 1 point will be deducted for each day it is late. So it's been awesome chatting with you guys. I wish I could see your faces too. I will have office hours so we can get to see one another, and I am definitely looking forward to it. Okay, talk to you later. Bye guys.